Well, when I made these videos and this post, I know the amount of backlash I received from my YouTube channel, and then my Facebook is even fair enough. But I would not stop because I believe Emma was used, was abused, and all sorts of bad things was done to that woman by Emeka Ike. Whether you people like it or not, whether you try to change the narrative, I do not believe Emeka Ike. I am not supporting anyone on this one. I am going to be sitting on the fence while the story unfolds. Emma has all her evidence. Don't play with an abused woman. She is the calm type. She doesn't talk. She was married off to Emeka Ike barely after secondary school, and she went through hell. How Emeka Ike dumped his children and fled to Germany to go be with another woman and marry another woman that already has kids before now. How he's been living his life like a prostitute. I don't know if a man does prostitute, but in this particular case now, that's the story. He abandoned his children and fled. She had to go reclaim her kids back and has been working tooth and nail to make sure those kids get the best of life. I also have the interview where his ex PA was interviewed and he was stammering all the time. Everything he said, he stammered. He said Emma slapped Emeka Ike first. That was when the abuse started. I didn't even bother listening to him because I could just see lies written all over him. When do we begin to take the girl child seriously in Nigeria? When do we take the girl child seriously? If Emeka Ike had abused his wife like this abroad, he wouldn't have gone free. Because he's in Nigeria, he wants his dead career. He wants to. I keep saying this. Emeka Ike wants to resurrect his dead career. That's why he decided to drag Emma. He wants to achieve anything in life, he would drag Emma. Now, Emma has refused to keep quiet. Emma will not keep quiet. It's not the Emma he used to know. So she's going to fight tooth and nail to make sure she clears her name of this. That I am certain of. Trust me when I say I do not know this Emma before. I am not supporting anybody. I am sitting on the fence on this one. But when I see the truth, I stand on the side of truth. And I see truth coming from Emma. The only wrong she did was involving her kids, which is involving her son, Michael. And now they are thinking he's supporting his mom, that he's going to see what a woman will do to him in the future. Please don't put fear in people. Women are not wicked. It is what you give to a woman you get back. If you give a woman goodness, she will give you goodness. If you give a woman evil, you get evil. The simple thing to solve these marriage issues we're having in this country: men, listen to your wives. Wives, listen to your husbands. It will help you in your marriage. It will help you grow. It will help you stay sane. It will bring peace and unity to your home. So I will keep doing my videos. Some people are calling me I should go continue my prostitution, that I am jobless. Well, if you can recognize me as a prostitute, that means you're a bigger prostitute. That means that's what you do for a living. They take you for today break for 500 naira. For you to be saying I'm a prostitute, that I'm jobless, I am doing my job as a blogger. If you don't like my opinion, this is my own opinion as a person. I'm using my brain to work here. If you feel my opinion is not good enough for you, get your cameras rolling and give us your own opinion. Give us your review on this Emeka Ike and his ex-wife Saga. Let's see what you can come up with. Someone came to my timeline and also wrote that I have just 700 followers, blah 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 blah, on my Facebook app, and I went to search her own app and I saw no followers there. There's nobody following, not even friends. And you have the ghost to come and drag me having 704 followers as a page owner. Before I grew that page organically, I did not pay anybody to go buy robots for me. I built it organically with my sweat, with my internet money, my data, my brains. And you dare come to drag me because I am talking about Emeka Ike and his ex-wife. I am trying to open your eyes and your brains and your mental thinking faculty. I won't speak that English, for you to know what is happening out there, so that if you are planning on getting married, if you are not married, you are married, you know how to be sane in your home. I told you that marriage is for two different people coming together to stay as one from two different backgrounds. So your ability to play the fool for peace to reign matters. But if you are being abused, walk away from that marriage, just like Emma walked away. Don't go and die. The man will leave you and marry someone else, just as Emeka Ike dumped his children and ran after someone else. If it is the first time you are seeing my video, please like, share, comment, and follow me, guys. As I begin to see, if I see things that make sense on this case, I am definitely going to post it. I will not back down. Whether you drag me, you come to my telegram and say things, I'm going to respond to you. I'm not that calm, man. So please, I repeat, I am sitting on the fence on this one. I am not supporting nobody. When I see light, I stand in the place of light because I represent light. Bye, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you guys. Bye.
So this girl in question, he married at 19, very early, right? We were childhood friends and he married her. And, they started life with the hope of a beautiful future. 4 children, you understand? The lady in question didn't grow up with a silver spoon. She's not, what's it called? She's one girl that has been through life. You know what I mean? She's worked so hard all her life. It hadn't been easy. The journey for all of us wasn't easy. So, when you now meet someone, he married her immediately after secondary school. She went to Federal Government College, Benin. So he married her immediately after secondary school. They got married, right? So you married a very young girl. All through this girl's life, you've tormented her. How do you come every single time she's been keeping quiet for you? Every single time she's been through hell. You took away the children from her. All through this time she has been covering up. You know how these artists, all these stars, you know how they are. They don't have, they live according to, in the time of Emeka Sef, how much were they making as movie stars? How much? How can he come and say 400 million? 400 million what? This girl has been on the floor every day. Nothing, no shoes, no clothes, starving with her children, just so that Emeka can buy fuel in his bloody car because he's a star. He cannot be walking around the streets of Lagos. You took her away from everybody. Everybody is sleeping with her. Everybody is there. You can imagine that kind of life. What kind of quality of life is that? This child went through everything. This man was beating her. This beat, I'm telling you, is not small beats. It's kick her down the stairs. Why would she go and start following what's it called? A hitman. This thing to kill you. Emeka, what do you have that somebody is killing you for? What do you have? What is the thing you have? Somebody wants to kill you. She's been living with you for how many years? Has 4 children for you. Why did she kill you from your food? Why did she kill you from everything in the house that she could have done? Why does she need to go and start? How much does Emma have? How much does Emma have? How much does this young lady in question have? Just lover, I want you to investigate this matter. This man, and this has to end. He has to stop. This last time, the one he did finally, he left his children. He is getting on with one lady in Germany. The lady she lives in Germany. She had children. She's South African, blah, blah, blah. You know how these men are. They are hustling. He's a hustler. He went and married somebody that already has children. So now, he left the children, dumped them all on their own. 4 children. You left them. These children, no food, nothing. They were just there in that bungalow, somewhere inside Abuja. No food, nothing. Meanwhile, their mother was denied of seeing her children for years. My friend could not eat, could not sleep, could not move on, could not date anybody, could not do anything. Every night she's crying. Every night she's crying. Every day she's crying. Every time she sees my children, I had to run away from her. She's in tears. She's sad. She couldn't move on with her life. I kept on telling her, I said, see, now you need to work hard. These children are coming. Do you understand? They will come back to you, and when they come, what do you have to offer them? At some point, Emeka was living in a hotel with the children. Little children of how many years old? You are living in a hotel. How much does Emeka have? Which mumu school? 400 million investment. He's a bloody liar. Emeka rented that place, a long-term lease. This young lady tried her best to manage the school as best as she could. Do you understand? So where do you come from? Who are you? I'm just tired. Do you understand? Every time he wants to trend is this girl's name. The girl can't move on. She can't have a life. Why do women have to suffer? She has left you. She has moved on. You do whatever you like. You've remarried. You remarried. She did not remarry. She just wants to live her life for her children. Everything this Emma thinks about is her children, her children, her children. I can swear to God. I can swear. Enough is enough. At some point, she came and pitched with me. She was living in one place in Magodo, in one room, trying to teach. They were paying her 25,000 naira. Now this young lady has picked up the pieces, starting to patch her life. She had to go and get her children in Abuja, where Emeka dumped them. These children were eating rotten, contaminated food, fetching water on their head, no light. You can imagine a bungalow. This man still rented one room, 2-room bungalow. This man still rented one room to a copper. I left these children and went to Germany. What are we talking about here? She now had to go and get her children. Do you understand? So I don't even understand where Emeka is coming from. She never took his children away from him. These children have barely lived with her for 3 years. They barely lived with her for 3 years. He was in Germany. He didn't know where the children were all along, all this time. He cannot. His first 2 kids are already young adults, and they have the right to see their father, right? My friend is not stopping them from seeing their father. They are allowed to see. She does not stop them because they are adults. They are young adults. But the other young ones, the other 2, cannot. He cannot have them anymore. You can't be dumping them as you please when it's convenient for you to go and hustle. Are you a prostitute? What kind of life are you teaching those children? They are in a better place. Their mother is working day and night. She's ready to lick the floor with her tongue to make sure that those children are fine. She's not abandoning them to go and be with another man. She's not. And trust me, Gist lover, it has been hard. It has been hard for this girl. The fact that she does not talk.
A question. I want you to answer as honestly as possible.
Yes.
Did you ever lay hands on her? I don't want to use the word BEAT because of the community guidelines. Did he ever lay hands on her?
Mama did first. Twice. The second time, that was, yes. Everything, I have children too. Everything that if I've lied, God is my witness. And God will punish me. In fact, when she said I came back, I said, Mama, why did you slap me? Because he was coming with anger. Because they called, we were in Sule. We wanted to go to Oshogbo to go and meet Laide, because Laide was filming Jejere at that year. So Laide was even calling, he refused speaking. So Laide was calling. So I had to call Laide, we are coming. We got there like in the evening. So they called that because that time, this is the last book we're talking about. What caused problem that day was the daughter. And that girl was almost like a year at that time. Because my first son, senior, like almost 5 months. Because I had a baby at that time. So when we got, they called us that the girl that was supposed to, the mama supposed to go and take the girl, the brother at school. So they now call that the brother is there at school, which is Jesse, the third born. So they said the mama's not going to ask. So we said, okay, we rushed down. So when we got, because the school is just close to Magodo gate, that second gate. So when we got there, he said that that they've gone home. So when we get to the house, because they have dog, they have very, very, very empty dog. So me, I don't like going in. So I just say, Ross, you check if the dog is. So bros just were knocking the gate. So he forced that gate, so the small distance open, the just push. So you now use to open the gate. We park outside. So I opened the gate, we went. So the moment he went, because if he's driving in, he would drive in straight to the garage. But the moment he drove in, he didn't even enter, I can't even close the gate. So he passed through this. There's a side, because it's duplex. So there's a side to enter through so we saw that girl on that walkway of the side there. So it was, look at, and there's nobody with the girl. If I lie, there's nobody with the girl. So he picked the girl. She already messed her body. I was there. So when he picked up the girl, so he was really young, he was angry. So he first called Michael. So Michael, you're inside the situation. So Michael and Kelly came out. Kelly said, I don't know. So Kelly is like, Emeka, that's the second. I said, me, I don't know anything. He's there. So it was now. I think Mama was in the kitchen. So Mama was coming. So I went up. I went to go and carry the costume that he will use at the location. So both of them were having an argument. She's there. Look at how this girl, she's already poo in her body. You didn't clean it. You just leave her only hard there outside. Like Mama said, so the argument was, so I was up. I was coming down. That was when Mama eats Emeka. He wanted
according to your story, it was the wife that raised. Hey, you come. It was the wife that raised her hand on him first. Close my door.
I swear. I'm telling you.
Are you sure of this?
100%.
Do you have anybody else that was there?
It just is a private house. It's only me that even has access to enter the house, and nobody again, nobody. I repeat, there's nobody that do go to that house again except me. In fact, they don't even have gate man. They have gate man at school. So if the gate man wants to come, so there's nobody. It's only. Why should I lie? Even why I'm even want to clear this is because of Mama is dragging those children along.
If you hit me one more time, I would die. I can't feel anything. I was only seeing the stars. So when it hits me, it goes poof. You know, that kind of thing. And that was only what I was seeing. I could talk, I could hear, I could see, but I couldn't feel. This was in front of our kids. This was in front of his PA at that time, Debola. And I was, trying to move my body. My body wasn't moving, So when he realized himself, he got up, he walked out of the house. And I was there for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, I don't know. I was still trying to move my body. And then I felt this sensation all over, like a million pins, poking me, pricking me and everything. And I think the nerves were beginning to connect or something, And then I got up. And that was when I saw the boy, Debola, peeping from the door. I guess I told the boy to come and check if I died. That kind of thing. And then I spoke the boy's name. I said, Debola. And the boy ran out. I think he didn't want to come close so that they don't say he's the one that killed me or something. And then I heard his car drive off. And I picked my children and I ran to a friend's house. He's denying it, but there are people that I run to their houses every time he beats me up. People that I run to their houses in the middle of the night. People that I run to their houses and I collapse. All this happened and they are living witnesses. I have pictures. I presented those pictures during the divorce. I still have those pictures, but I'll only give my evidences in court.
Right. So wow. For the kids' well-being, you have him have custody of the children, yes. And the court determined that and said you could have access.
Yes. And my lawyers had advised that It is a high court, because this was customary court, because we were only married traditionally. It was only that traditional marriage that we had. We never did the formal one of going to the registry, because he always has one woman out there who wants to give him American papers, or who wants to give him this paper and that paper. But I never consented to it, because I would always say, you go there and you marry these women for papers. In front of God and the minister, you're not saying this is fake, this is for paper.
So he keeps the children away from you as some kind of punishment after the divorce?
Yes.
And then tells them that you have abandoned them?
Yes, yes. When I reconciled with them, I didn't want to come out and say, oh, I'm here to get you, I'm your mom and this and that. I have custody of you, because I was awarded sole custody of the children. Well, I had to build my relationship back with them and let them, know me again. My daughter didn't recognize me. She thought the other lady was her mom, because she was 2 when she was taken away from me. When I had left with my 2 younger kids, because I felt they still needed me.
You said this marriage was abusive almost from the get-go. So you mentioned it was financial abuse, it was verbal abuse, it was emotional abuse.
Yes.
What do you mean by verbal and emotional abuse?
Insults, putting you down every time.
So you had a terrible temper?
Yes. When I got out and I was in a friend's car, I didn't know I used to sit like this. And that was because of the lashing. I jumped out of a moving vehicle before.